I am Matt with FandomWire. Tom, Thomasin, great to see you. How are you?
Hi there. Good morning. Good morning. Yes.
It is the morning for you, I guess.
Where
Yeah,
are
it's already
you?
night. I'm in Paris, so it's already nighttime.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, nighttime at like 3 p.m. So it's
Yeah.
it's very
It's so
depressing.
depressing.
How is Paris? Is it becoming festive? I can see Mr. Claus there over your left shoulder. Yeah.
He is here, the big man. He is. Yeah, it's becoming festive, becoming quite nice outside. Congratulations on the Fackham Hall. You gotta be careful on how you pronounce it, otherwise, you're just gonna sound like everyone else in the film.
Every time someone says it, I'm like,
Fackham Hall. Sorry, don't be too
Yes,
rude.
I agree.
I think it's just one of those instant classics, like Monty Python or Airplane in a way. And I just love that the marketing of this film is like Downton Abbey meets Monty Python's. Like, do they sell that to you like that? They give you the script and they say, this is Downton Abbey meets Airplane. Like, I mean, you gotta say yes, I guess, right?
yeah. I think like having that information, that comparison was really important for us to understand the tone of what we were making because it is a very specific tone. So Jim, the director, gave us those references and we knew very clearly what it is we were setting out to make.
Were you told the same thing? It was Downton Abbey meets Naked Gun.
Yeah.
Or something along those lines.
Or Airplane,
Yes,
Monty
Airplane.
Python. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
Someone said before that it's stupidly delightful, which I think is a perfect, encapsulates exactly what it is.
Yeah, and hopefully to me it encapsulates the best and worst of British humour, which can be very slapstick and upfront, and can also be very subtle with the wordplay. So it has both sides that I think meet perfectly in a Downton Abbey-esque.
I agree.
Humour.
I've always been a huge fan of British humor, though, because I feel like, I mean, I'm French, and I feel like British humor and French humor is kind of the same. Like, it's very sarcastic, it's very cynic in a way, cynical, I guess. I love that. Yeah.
The same
And I
with
love that-
New Zealand humor as well. Like sometimes you travel the world. Well, I've got a very sarcastic sense of humor, and sometimes if I'm talking to British people or Parisian people, apparently, like that sarcasm lands in a good way. But then sometimes I'll be talking to people and I realize I've actually just really offended them.
Yeah, I would actually agree. You may be the first Parisian that I've met with a dry sense of humour, because it's quite translatable from from New Zealand and Australia,
the
South
Commonwealth.
Africa. Yeah, the Commonwealth, if you will. But it's good to hear that you are as dry as us. You'll love the film.
I love that scene where Jimmy Carr, he's officiating the weddings and he keeps on missing the punctuations as that's pure comedy gold. And he was talking about when you make a comedy, and he says you have to wait like a year to see if, you're doing the joke while filming, and you have to wait a year to see if it lands with the audience. Like, because the worst thing that can happen when you tell jokes is just silence. Silence is the worst, I guess. Like, when you're on set, like, are people allowed to laugh when they say cut? Like,
I was just going to say, it's like the most humbling thing, because you really hope that the crew are going to laugh, but 90% of the time they don't. And so you really just don't know if it's funny or not until the film is cut together and released.
Especially when you're doing some of the ludicrous stuff that not only just us do in the film, but all the cast do some pretty crazy stuff, and without a live audience. In fact, one of the best bits about Jimmy's performance was that he's so used to feedback and a live audience. I could even see him questioning at times, is this as funny as I think it is? And I was, as we all were, to reassure him that it is that good. And now we get the audiences to see it and get the response we hope for.
The technicality of humor, the timing, especially like there's a scene with the Inspector What, and it's like this ping pong game, like everyone telling each other what. I don't understand. It's just the timing is absolutely perfect. But how does it work? How does it work for you? Like, do you have to get many takes or?
We did do quite a few takes of that scene, and there was actually a bit of improv in that Inspector Watt scene with when everyone started suggesting different detectives, like Cluedo and like Nancy Drew, and everyone was just coming up with like their own hilarious.
Inspector Deck, I think that was another one. It was also one of the, I feel bad for Jim, our fearless director, because he managed to herd all the cats in one room, and the more we did it, the funnier it got. And
Yeah.
obviously you have to move the cameras around a lot, so he probably did it 20, 30
Yeah.
times.
People started coming out with like really inappropriate jokes
Yeah.
towards the end. You know,
And-
inspector, ...
And Jim was like, I know this is fun, but we need to get the shot done. And honestly, it's my favourite scene in the film, just from the timing and the editing and the subtle wit.
Yeah.
I agree. And then you just got Tolkien on the sofa, just quoting, just naming every single Lord of the Rings characters he's ever written about. It's absolutely, it's incredible. And so you, Thomas, and you were talking about improv. Is it true that there's more room for improv in comedy than in like drama? I guess, like, or is it just a misconception of the whole thing? You know.
It very much depends on the director. It depends on the project, whether it's comedy or drama or a mix of both. It's up to the director and writers, and whether if the cast are comfortable with improvisation as well. This script from the get-go was just perfect. It didn't need any adding to whatsoever.
It was pretty watertight, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you and Ben ever play with it a bit?
There was one scene, there was one scene between Ben Radcliffe, who plays Eric, and I, in the pub, that whole kind of musical sequence. There was a bit of improv there, but the audience are going to have to watch it in order for me to reveal.
I want to know what it is.
Yeah.
I want to know what it is. I saw it. I want to know what it is.
Well, we can't tell you. Sorry.
The Cockney song, yeah. But
Just going to have to watch it again.
Yeah.
Oh, I will. No problem. I will. Absolutely. Have you guys watched it with the audience, by the way? No.
No.
I haven't. No.
No.
Oh,
I watched it the worst way on a computer screen.
Oh.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, I did the same. I'm quite jealous because you are going to see it tonight.
Yes.
With a full audience. Sadly, I have to be on stage.
Yeah. Theatrical.
Theatre calls, but I will be there post haste for the after party to get evening reviews, I hope.
Good. I'm excited. Hopefully the audience will be in hysterics.
I think so.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I saw an interview with Ben saying that you actually didn't notice that the car was on fire during that scene, because you have to be like so in the moment, like so serious about it. Like there's no room for you to laugh and then see what you guys are. You guys aware of the jokes happening around you?
Honestly, most of the time I was completely oblivious, because one of the first notes that Jim, the director, gave was to just take it completely seriously, particularly the romance between Rose and Eric. And so genuinely, there's that scene that you mentioned where they're having a moment and a car is on fire behind them. While we were filming the scene, I completely forgot that there actually was a blaze going on behind us. And until afterwards, I was like, oh my God, that was just... I completely forgot.
I mean, a credit to Jim and credit to Tom and Ben, because it really is a beautiful love story. And almost if you heard it in another language or you didn't, you would completely buy this beautiful Downton-esque love story. And back to Jim's note was always, every time you tried to make it funny, because it was hilarious, he would just say,
Nope.
play it as if it's completely and utterly diddly serious, which in turn hopefully makes it funnier.
It does, because there's a scene where you and Ben are on the bench having a very serious conversation, and then there's just the camera movement that just like pivots, and there's the Inspector Watt hiding literally into the bushes. So that's just like, yes, you have to see what the camera's doing around you.
I think over the course of this day of publicity, I'll be saying this character is my favorite, this character is my favorite,
Sure.
but in this interview I'm going to say Inspector Watt
Inspector
is my
Watt,
favorite.
Tom Hill, absolutely.
Yeah,
I spoke to
yeah.
him last night, and I said to the day it still brings me to my knees, some of his one-liners, which I shan't reveal. You have to watch the film.
Actually, now that I think of it, I think of a lot of his stuff was improvised. I might be wrong in saying that.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
He did bring up two of my favourite lines, which you'll have to watch to see, were improvised on the day, such as the skill of Tom.
Yeah.
Well, what I thought was hilarious is bringing Tolkien inside the mansion and him introducing himself saying, I came up with a language for the orcs the past 15 years, and you put that back in context. Now we say he's a legend, but at the time it's like, what a nerd, what is he talking about? Who is this man?
But it's always the case, isn't it, where, you know, at the time when they've at the time of their life, when they're creating things, great artists are unknowns in poverty, but then like post their death suddenly. Yeah.
Sure, they're seldom recognised when they're alive. Certainly in that era of time. That's why the little subtle nods to every little thing that he says is so charming.
I love how after every time he introduces himself or someone else introduces him, he goes, the writer.
The writer.
The writer. As if we knew another one. Yeah, absolutely. They're giving me the wrap. Thomasin, good luck for tonight. I'm sure it's going to be incredible. You're going to enjoy it with the audience. Tom, break a leg tonight.
Thank you.
You're going to do amazing.
Don't break a leg.
No, I appreciate you saying that, because some people say good luck, and I always think it's bad luck.
I do not, because I know theater. I mean, I know theater. Who am I? No, I don't.
Well, you clearly have a fabulous sense of humour, so we're grateful for your time.
Oh, thank you so much. I will hope to see you soon again. Bye.
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 Au revoir.